As a female college student, one of my biggest fears is the idea of getting kidnapped and forced into human trafficking. We always hear stories on the news about this issue, but never really think, what if this happened to me? Human trafficking is a very serious subject that needs to be discussed more among society. When it comes to explaining this topic through a presentation, Journalism 150 taught me that I need to be aware of who my audience is. Since my target audience is college students and professors, I will speak in ways that those groups can relate to, meaning that I will be conscious of my tone and my word choice. The reason that I will be doing this is to help explain my message so the audience can decode it. I will be using different forms of nonverbal communication to help engage the listeners, like changing the pace of my voice and moving my hands while I speak. That being said, let's go back to that question. What if this happened to me? Would you know what to do? My name is Abby Geise, and today my goal is to inform you about human trafficking in America and how you can play a part in preventing the issue. When it comes to human trafficking, there are 3 things that you need to keep in mind: education, preparedness, and support. Education is the first step of fighting human trafficking and understanding human trafficking. Education starts with defining what exactly the issue is. The act of human trafficking is termed by the recruiting, harboring, transporting, providing, or obtaining a person for labor or commercial sex through the use of force, fraud, or coercion. The victims of human trafficking can be anyone, from children to teenagers, adults, males, and females. Human trafficking in the U.S. continues to be a major issue, with a recorded number of about 50,000 victims each year. The United States created the Traveling Victims Protection Act, TVPA, in 2000 in order to establish human trafficking as a federal offense and attach severe penalties to it. Although these laws have been put in place, human trafficking continues to affect communities, including Kansas. Since 2007, there have been a reported number of about 882 cases of moderate to high human trafficking in Kansas. Although Kansas does struggle with human trafficking, the state does very well with preventing trafficking by incorporating a 4-tier system of prevention, protection, persecution, and partnership. This allows a development of public awareness, identification of victims, and securing various resources and services for victims. The second step to human trafficking is to learn how to be prepared. This also means being on the lookout for possible victims. Some common signs of a human trafficking victim include poor mental health, abnormal behavior, poor physical health, lack of control, or them being constantly monitored. There are also many things that you, as a potential victim, can look out for. I know that social media makes it easy to be aware of recent human trafficking trends, like fake work opportunities or different distraction techniques to make the victim feel more vulnerable. Some tips that I can give you to help protect yourself from human trafficking include staying in groups. You're less likely to be a victim when you are with other people and not alone. Another tip is to share your location with your friends or loved ones, or allow them to know when you arrive and leave places safely. If you do have to be somewhere alone, it's always helpful to call someone, especially if this is late at night. The third step to understanding human trafficking is to be supportive. Being supportive can mean things as simple as providing support for the victims of human trafficking or being someone that they can talk to about the issue. It's important to help others be educated about the issue and how it occurs around us. As members of the KU campus, it's important for us to help keep each other and Lawrence safe from human trafficking. If you or someone around you has been a victim or a near victim of human trafficking, it's important to talk about the issue and be a support system for them. Some things that you can do to be a support system include finding them help and being caring towards their struggles. When you are in direct need of support for this issue, there is a human trafficking hotline, which I have listed right behind me. This hotline has 24/7 help from professionals that are trained to deal with human trafficking and to take different safety precautions. The hotline also allows you to text in case you are in a potentially dangerous situation. So let's go back to the beginning. If human trafficking continues to be a major issue in today's society, we are all potential victims. This leads us to needing to change the question of, what if this happens to me, to how can I prevent this from happening to myself and others? We need to be more aware of the issue in order to end it. If we remember to stay educated, be prepared, and provide support, we can continue to make strides in order to help other generations. I hope that today I was able to engage my audience with my nonverbals and help to show that I customized my speech to relate to the audience I was speaking to, while also explaining to you how to prevent human trafficking. Thank you. Does anyone have any questions?